Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nash Sports here. Welcome back to a brand new video. As I'm going to zoom on 2022 Rugby World Cup final here at Old Trafford there between Australia, Samoa there as well for the review here. And yes, I'm going. Yes, I am recording here from StreamYard here. So hopefully the audio and all that is good because since I don't really trust fucking I don't really trust Streamlabs anymore after what happened just then on the live stream. So mostly, I'm probably going to be live reacting on StreamYard from now on, since I believe that that Streamlabs. I feel like it's been very very dodgy to me. Yes, I know the templates and do all the logos on the bottom. That is pretty cool. But I feel like that Streamlabs is having so many issues with that at the moment as well. So yeah, I'm probably not going to be doing that like anymore. But if you guys do like prefer me doing it on StreamYard rather than doing it on Streamlabs, then just let me know in the comment section down below. Because honestly, I am fucking done with our Streamlabs. They are absolutely just pissing me off every time that I do like a stream that is supposed to go big, that is actually going to go great. It manages to fuck up. I know that for some other like big streams that for some of like live reactions that go like over 1,000 views, such as the England versus Samoa one from last week, go like over 1,000 views, which was absolutely just fantastic. And yeah, yeah, and also yeah, it was just absolutely just amazing that live reaction there. But fucking like it's like most of the time Streamlabs wants to be a bitch, and like I know that this is the review here, and I should not be ranting about some of freaking software and all that shit. But honestly, oh my god, I'm just fucking pissed off for this shit. And honestly, next year, I'm probably going to try maybe a different software if StreamYard doesn't even work out as well. Because and honestly, Streamlabs fix your shit honestly, and just yeah, I would not recommend Streamlabs to anyone who wants to probably use the software to use all the special logos and that down there as well. And plus, it does get very blurry there as well sometimes. And yeah, I feel like StreamYard is much more easier, much more organized as well to even keep yourself going. So yeah, but anyways, sorry for the long intro there as well. Sorry for the little rant there about the live reaction. I just was really pissed off that he had to cut short there as well. But I mean, I still managed to go on TJC Sports. Shout out to him to actually watch the game and also just comment on his thoughts as well. I was going to collab with him as well early on tonight, but obviously I had to. Okay, all right. Well, was just told me to be quiet, so I'm going to be a little bit quiet. So yeah. Okay, so obviously we've just seen that Australia has won the World Cup here. So if I don't have the score over here, the full-time score over here for the World Cup final, it was 30 points to 10. I did predict it on TJC Sports a live chat that it was going to be 30 points to 4. So I was close there on his live chat, but my actual tip there from the preview itself was meant to be Samoa winning at 22.16, and my God, they did not start well. They were so hesitated, they panicked, and they did everything all opposite that I've said in the preview. And I said to myself, well, if Australia can like keep on pressure, and if Samoa does not hesitate, I reckon they're going to be competing in this game quite well. And in this game, they did absolutely none of that. And yeah, yes, they were crying there on the actual great set there as well, putting the little grubber kick there as well, but it has gone dead there as well. And yeah, and then I think it was Ains crying who was just make sure it went out. And then yeah, in this match here, it was mostly Teddy there, just absolutely just dancing along in the middle there. Along from there's a great pass there from Karen Munster. He's been he's been having an outstanding game. But my God, Teddy has been absolutely out of this world in his World Cup final as well, along with with Angus Crine, the Fox himself, and who else? Benjamin Arnold, maybe Harry Grant. I could argue those two hookers there, starting off there for Australia has been also pretty good, and obviously Latrell Mitchell gave himself a double there as well, along with Teddy. All right, so yeah, we're gonna go through the play by play here. But if you guys are brand new to this channel, please like and subscribe for more low content coming in the near future there as well. And yeah, we're gonna go through this as well much more quickly as well. And yeah, I don't want to talk about too much of it as well, since it is a bit of a flogging as well. Obviously, Australia winning the World Cup there again. Obviously, they have won it many, many, many times, and we have not got a different country still since 2008 when Australia absolutely just choked it against New Zealand there up there at Suncorp Stadium, where uh, Benjamin Marshall there scores it there for New Zealand there to win it there for New Zealand there. So yeah, I heard that it might be in France next year. So if it is, then hopefully we can get much more interesting plays there for either Papua New Guinea, which I think they'll be back there as well. But anyways, enough about talking about the future. Let's talk about the World Cup final itself. I'm going way off topic here now. All right, so start here with the set restart there for the Kangaroos. Benjamin Hunt gets a knock on. He also gets another knock on there about like 3 minutes later. Sorry, 4 minutes later. My Mats. Joshua Carr there concedes the rucker fragment there as well. Set restart there for Samoa there. A line break there for Virgil Holmes. And a line drop out there for Judges Lee. Latrell Mitchell there for the line break there as well. And yeah, just absolutely just bulldozing there over two plays as well. Too strong there from the short ball there to him. And yeah, he gives himself over, but Cleary misses the conversion as well, going back to his regular ways as well. I'm not sure why Cleary's like goalkeeper in this tournament, this World Cup, has been so off compared to his club level. But I gotta say, man, like I do want to say like my thoughts there on the Cleary, and it's not going to be the nicest way, but we'll go into it much more sec as a Joshua Carr gets some of the line break there on the inside there to Teddy himself there, and he scores there through his his other Rooster teammate there, Josh Sully there. He goes through there to make it 8 points to 0, and then Nathan Cleary there converts try to make it 10 points to 0. Nathan Cleary there puts up the bomb. He forces Brian Toho there as well, and obviously, as I said before, if Cleary can bomb it off to Toho there, as he's not the best there on the high contested ball there, he will knock him on. And what they say, it all went wrong there for Samoa, and it all went right there for Australia. I mean, that was the first good thing that Cleary did for the Kangaroos, and then keeping them on their own 10 there. Just Lee there forcing a line drop out there as well. A lot break there for Joshua Carr, but Latrell Mitchell did knock on the ball there. Unfortunately, I think he was trying to play the ball there as well. Yeah. And Patrick Kerrigan came on there for Ring Kevin Gillard. Karen Murray there comes on there for Jake Dvojevic. And Josh Okar gets off the area there as well. Harry Grant comes on there for Benjamin Hunt. Ethan Milford gets the knock on there as well. Martin Zapel there concedes the rucker fragment there as well. Several start there for the Kangaroos there as well. Liam Martin there for the line break there, makes it 14 points to 0. Too good there for himself as well. And they did check the try there as well, but it was a pretty clear try as well. They did put it down. They were checking the grounding. It was a clear put down. Nathan Cleary they missed the conversion as well, and a HI there from Spencer Lee there. Sorry, from Jim Paulo, and he comes off there for Spencer Linu, and Taylor May gets the line break there. But Luai knocks on the ball. Brian Toro also knocks on the ball as well. And Harry Grant also turns over there for Samoa. And then Samoa knocks on the ball there. And then Steph crying there, getting the ball back there. He also tries to everybody knocking the ball as well. And then it was a penalty ball strip there from Munster there as well. And then Munster was trying to get the ball back there off there from Taylor May, I believe it was. So, but then Taylor May gets of the line break there, and he knocked on the ball while playing the ball there as well. And then Hobbs, obviously from a high ball pass there from Angus Crine there, gives them more possession as well. And once again, Australia throwing much more possession here for Samoa here in the second half. And Angus Crine there was penalised on a late fend hit there to the to the it was cheek or on the face there on Channel House Vida there, and I did say that he did deserve a sin bin for that. But to be fair, he thought it was a play on there as well, so you could argue with that. So yeah, there'll be some mixed opinions on this. There's well, but to be honest, he did deserve the foul there. It was a bit unnecessary there as well, but I mean, he didn't really hear that it was a play on it as well, so. You could say that I was a bit harsh as well. He didn't know it was a play on as well. I don't know what Angus Crine heard because I'm not him. And it was sent 10 there on the bin. Spencer Looney comes on there for Charles de Vita. Joseph Lee there gets the error there as well, and it was back and forth there with possession changeovers and all that. Jack Vojovich there comes on there for Patrick Carrigan. Karen Murray there getting a great ball there as well. Crushes himself over there to make it 8 points to nil. And South fans were absolutely having a big orgasm there as well. David Cleary there converts the ball there to make it 20 points to nil. Kelmar Tulangi there comes on the 54-minute there for Martin Tapau. Seven Crine there was penalised there, putting the pressure on the kicker. I think it was penalised for him coming in late there for Nathan Cleary there, who put up the bomb there as well. And then as Crine returns it from his sin bin, Liam Mine was penalised for obstruction. Joseph Papali there. I just want to see if my recording yet. I am. Got the mic on. Hopefully you guys are hearing me all good. And then Josh O'Carr there gets the line break there as well. Angus Crichton got himself the error as well. Royce Hunt comes on there for Spencer Linu. Harry Grant got himself the error as well. Angus Crichton getting the ruck from it as well. Set result for Samoa. And Brian Toho gets the first ever points there for Samoa. And Stephen Crine does indeed convert to try as well. Ben Hunt comes back on there for Harry Grant. David Cleary gets some of the knock on there as well, doing not that much until he puts up the bomb. Doesn't really do that much there on Samoa, though. He's been a bit quiet here, David Cleary, here mostly in the second half. In the first half, he did cause some trouble there on Brian Toho, and I mean, that's all he just did. I mean, he just put the bombs in, just caused errors, and other than that, not that much. A fancy pass there, or any good sets there from David Cleary. Barely any grubbers there from him. Honestly, I reckon DC could have done much more better than what David Cleary would have done there on the World Cup final. But to be honest, they didn't really need Cleary or other DC really need to do much, because it was the James Tedesco show as he scores himself again, along with a great inside ball there from a Munster there, and Teddy gets himself there over for a double, and then Nathan Cleary there converts a try there to make it 26-6. Benjamin Hunt gets himself there error as well, and Stephen Crine there with a great intercept there, the best ever intercept there, possibly maybe in a decade or ever in our century. Let me know what you think about that bold take there on a Stephen Crine. I reckon he's possibly one of the most best ever interceptors I have ever seen in a while. Fight me, because I bet there are like other players out there who probably may have pretty good interception rate there. But my bold take is that Stephen Crine is the best ever interceptor right now in rugby league. Fight me, I don't care. That's my bold take on him. But he does miss the conversion though. Spencer Linu comes on there for Kelmar Tulangi there. Rucker Frigman there from Ligi Sayo there as well. Set restart there from Australia, and Latrell Mitchell gets off the error there as well, unfortunately. And it was a 40-20 kick there from Nate Cleary. At least, he's done something special there in the second half. But as I said again, DC could have done much better. I mean, we'll see DC getting the 420 kick there, along with Cleary there at 5'8". So, I mean, he could have done much more wonders there. Same there with Munster as well, since Munster still shows the same amount of support than what he did there for Cleary. To be honest, Munster just carries your your halves. Even though Munster didn't really do it for DC, you could argue that DCE, even though he didn't do that much against Fiji, it was the first ever game there for the World Cup as well. For many players, especially for how Samoa did as well. They came back, they proved everyone wrong there as well. So maybe DCE was probably in the same in the same mindset that what Samoa was. So you never know. Let me know down below, guys. What you reckon if DC would have stayed being put as a halfback there after having a poor and average game there back in round one there in the World Cup? Do you reckon he would have done much more than what Cleary has done in the World Cup this year, or do you reckon that he still would have been quite average, and we've just have his day ons, and we've had his day offs, and that whether he shows up or not? So yeah, just let me know down in the comment section below. As Josh Carr missed the conversion there, but it was a great ball there. It was a great ball there to Latrell Mitchell there as well, and Latrell Mitchell there gets himself there over to make it 30 points to 10. And South fans are absolutely beating the meat there at the moment. And yeah, man, well, I gotta say to all you Samoans there, I'm so sorry that you guys could not get the win. I tipped you guys to get the win, and I know that a lot of you, are just absolutely just depleted after watching that World Cup final. But in all honesty, for our coach who has coached his Salford Reds back in 2010, or whether according to his record there, not having the best record there, and just coaching a team that was fully unprepared there in a train camp there for the World Cup, got a humiliating beating there from the host themselves there at their own turf, and to come back to getting the World Cup final is just absolutely just a outstanding goal, and he did the possible there to get him into the final. So I'm not gonna lie though, you can say all this shit there about Samoa and that, but honestly, the way that they just play out there, it was the same thing as what Parramatta did in the 2022 grand final when they did the impossible there, got themselves there in the final. They played preliminary final like it was a grand final, and to be honest, Samoa may have did the same thing. They Seven Crime may have kicked the field goal there like it was a freaking final as well. Like it was like, whoa, what the fuck, Seven Crime, most experienced player, getting that intercept. I'll try the it feels like the first one grand final all over again. Well, yeah, that's how it felt there, to be honest. And in honesty, I was getting Parramatta 2022 vibes from my small when they were playing it in the World Cup finals. And and I was spot on. I was spot on. What did I say? But yeah, man, like yeah, when you like hope for that in the final, obviously, you know, they're going to go very under pressure as well, and they were just like panicking, pressuring there, and that was the same thing for Dylan Brown. He just didn't really put on the much more greatest hits as well. And Luai, he just put in like a couple of grubbers as well, but they were, yeah, his kicks and also his kicks were just too deep. And the Milford, he was absolutely just quiet. He didn't really do fuck all. To be honest, I thought he was the most quietest player out there tonight. Sayo did all right. Left eye was a little bit disappointing, I gotta say. But Sua wasn't a bad. Paulo just got a HA and just got like a couple of like offloads as well, even though some of them were silly. Um, Toho was pretty good as well. Talon May was trying to at least break through, but he just got absolutely just ganged up there on the left edge there from the Fox, and also from from Jack Wine himself. There, sorry, yeah, no, from Latrell Mitchell, no, from Jack Wine himself. And yeah, I thought Jack Wine's defensive was also pretty good as well. You know, uh, was also pretty good. Munster was just absolutely just a working horse as well. Like they got 53% of possession in Australia, and in the first half, the forwards there were just absolutely just steamrolling throughout Samoa's defence. As Australia in the first half, they got over 800 running meters, and Samoa has only got 413, 412, something like that. And it was like so dominant there from Australia throughout the fourth back there as well. And they had like all 213 all runs there. All okay, okay, like in the second half, Australia nearly got nearly got to 2,000 all run meters as well. Samoa were like on 1,477. So they weren't that bad in the second half. Samoa, I feel like they played much more better there in the second half. They were much more a little bit resilient a bit, but then in the end there, they just made some silly errors there as well. I mean, it did have like a poor start there first half and the second half there from Seven Crying there from himself. So, I mean, like they weren't like you see like any silly penalties that there. It's just that Australia were just too good, and yeah, I hope. Yeah, I was hoping that Samoa could turn up, but to be honest, the offloads were causing some trouble there as well, but they were just too scared to really like throw something out because they didn't want to like throw like a oopsie there as well, and just to get like collected by freaking Lee Martin or either Teddy or either freaking Grant or one of their spines as well to even like go all the way there and just like pass it on to the inside there as well to freaking another car or other the Trimmage or freaking Teddy as well or other fucking bloody who else bloody like fucking Whiteson and that maybe. So who knows, man? Like yeah, who knows who what we're going through the heads here, Samoa and that, but yeah, yeah, the communication and the leadership there, it wasn't just doing them like a justice as well. Uh, they were really passionate from the walk. I will say, Paulo was just absolutely just seeing it from his eyes. He was just so emotional there for the war cry as well. But it's just oh man, all of that just to get like falling there as well, and to get absolutely just doing there as well. And yeah, no matter how much passion you can like show there throughout the war cry, you have to bring it all out in the final. And for a young side there with a couple of experience there from Samoa, they were just they were just like outnumbered there by the spine back line pretty much like everyone except for Cleary. Cleary did just nothing at all. I mean, as I said before, I reckon DC could at least did much more better passing as well, better like flat ballers. There's that, and could at least put much more better kicking offset as well instead of like going for the bomb always. So yeah, and I reckon he could have got a 420 kick himself there as well. And yeah, I reckon DC could have done much more better as well as what people were debating before. Should DC like start a halfback there for Australia? I reckon he could, to be honest. After from what we saw, and it still proves that Cleary does not perform well there on his day. So if Teddy was out there as well, I'm not gonna lie, Samoa would have at least got themselves a chance there. But to be honest, they just let the pressure get to them Samoa, and if they didn't, it would have been a whole lot different story there as well. If they would have not gotten the pressure there as well in the first half, and they would have actually made it much more closer. But in the end, Australia too much class there as well. And what more can you say about the Kangaroos there as well? They are winning once again there as well as always, and well, very happy there for me Kangaroos winning the World Cup as a fellow Australian supporter myself. But I was hoping for a much more closer game as well. To be honest, the 2017 World Cup there is much more better from what we have seen as well. I still reckon the fans there were much more supportive, but I mean, it was like all Australians. I mean, like Samoan. I mean, like Samoan fans were like starting to like cheer, and they were starting to like to rumble up there. Once they were trying to at least come back there in the second half, but you know when it was like 20 like 6 points to like freaking like 10 there, you reckon they could have maybe at least maybe get about like 3 tries in that, maybe do a freaking Charles Nickel clock stand there back in 2020, and all of that to make it 24 points or make it 26 points or who the fuck we've known, maybe, but they don't have one of the players there to create like a miracle, and it just they just are relying on Stephen Cry and also just drone the way to March, and yeah, Brian Toy could not done anything, and the rest of the full pack there with Trent has to be there coming off. This the Booker there were absolutely just fucked, and that's how they just crumble over there. And yeah, that's my full analysis there for the World Cup final. And yeah, congrats there to the Aussies there as well. And yeah, my tip there went absolutely bad. But before we wrap up the review here, we're going to go through the top 5 best players there for Australia and obviously Samoa here. So my top 5 best players there for Australia here. Pretty obviously, I reckon he was just out as well there. As I quote on the man himself there as well. The back-to-back Premiership winner, a outstanding and a great elite player there for New South Wales there, who has come a long way there from playing for Italy there as well, being teacher from Anthony Minicello there as well. Without Minicello, this man would have not been at his peak there for Australia there in this World Cup there, despite him maybe not having the most levels there in the group stage, but in this final there as well, and also in many others as well, when he could show up to state as well. Without this man, Australia, to be honest, could have been at least maybe they still would have won there, but with the dominance as well, you got to say the journey of this man there. He is probably the best ever modern player that everyone does look up to him, and will be one of the most biggest icons as well. He has done it for New South Wales, Roosters, many others as well. I don't need to say more. It is James Tedesco himself there, my man of the match, absolute Al's world. He was absolutely just dancing there throughout the middle as well. Great balls there, from the inside there from the Fox and also Munster himself, which I do have Kevin Munster there for a second as well. Absolutely just working on as well, tackles, passes as well. He was absolutely just incredible there, Kevin Munster as well. I'll go for number 3. I'll go for Joshua Carr. I thought he was also pretty good. He did had a chance here to at least get like a try assist there for Latrell Mitchell, but I thought Ace Crine there for number 4 there, even though he spilled out one error there for Holmes, I reckon Ace Crine there was just also just pretty good in defense as well. For his tackles as well I thought his run is there as well. I mean, actually, I could argue that Lee Mine there could be number 4. But to be honest, I'll go with Angus Crine there. I thought he was pretty good there for his defense as well, and also his right mids there as well. So yeah, very strong there out there. Angus Crine, and yeah, man, like he has had an absolute outstanding World Cup this year, and yeah, I think I have become a much more bigger fan than what I've seen there from his Star Origin performance back in 2020, and yeah, hopefully that he will bring this to the Roosters, since he didn't really have the most brightest and most fully critical performance there for the Chooks there in the finals as well. When they have just fallen short there to Souths there, to the biggest rivals there at Allianz, or what Souths fans would love to call their Trelliance, which Souths fans, you know what? I'll go for number 5, Latrell Mitchell. Mate, honestly, just call it his ground there for at the moment. I know it is the home ground there for Man United, but for now, I'm going to call it Trollford, which yeah, that's the new nickname there for Old Trafford. I'm going to call it Old Trollford. So yeah, hashtag Old Trollford there in a comment section there as well. And yeah, what an absolute machine he is. South fans will be absolutely just being the meat there to Latrell Mitchell, and yeah, man, what an absolute season. And yeah, he was a bit quiet there in a couple of games as well, but man, he was just like an absolute like ever there as well. He did it have like a couple of bomb tries as well that he could have at least done something there with the Fox himself as well. But yeah, he has shown why he should have been picked there for New South Wales there. And hopefully Freddie there can look up to that and saying, well, I fucked up, and it looks like I'm probably going to pick the Fox and also Latrell Mitchell there back in the edge there as well. So yeah, I feel like Latrell Mitchell, even though he didn't want to, he didn't want to play for the Blues there, since he did want to focus on South there from himself as well. But I'm hoping, since Latrell Mitchell, hopefully he does commit to playing and also return back for the Blues as well for the series in 2023, that he will bring this type of I want to say along with the Fox himself there as well, will be absolutely just amazing. Actually, no, you know what? I'll go for number 4, Latrell Mitchell. I'll go with number 5, the Fox himself. I thought he's just absolutely incredible. Nothing much to really say there for Joshua Carter themselves. Yeah, I think he's learned a couple of skills there from the inside grubber there. So from maybe just on there from the Melbourne Storm, since he has a couple of kicks there up his sleeves there from the Melbourne Storm as well. And next, I'm going to go for Samoa here with some of my top 5 best players for Samoa. Oh man, this is just so so sad to really rate here. I'm gonna go for Seth Cryer. I thought did his best as well, getting that intercept try as well. I feel sorry for him as well for all the hard work as well. He has tried to do as well. He got robbed off for man of the match there from last game as well, and he has done much more than what Luai has have done there in this match. And my second best player there fought. Oh boy, I thought Swiley there was just trying his best as well. Obviously, sorry, Lee there couldn't really do that much there throughout trying to stop there Teddy and all of that. But to be honest, he is. I mean, there's enough much that he could do as a young fella himself. And yeah, man, like I thought that Lee there, which is absolutely just trying his best in the first half, but yeah, got missing in the second. Yeah, unfortunately, but yeah, he was pretty strong there as well for Samoa. Samoa, as I pronounce that correctly. And then my third best player there for Samoa there, I reckon Brian Toller there was the third best player there for Samoa there as well. I thought he's tried his best as well, even though he bombed a couple of great high contested balls there from himself as well, from my Nate Cleary's bombs there as well. But yeah, I reckon Brian Toller there was just trying his best as well, along with his other parent teammate there, Steph Crone there as well. But fourth best player, oh boy. I was kind of watching in and out. I'll probably see the team list here. I'll probably go for maybe Jane Sewer. I thought he was pretty good there in the full pack as well. And I'll go for number 5. God damn, the bench did absolutely just fuck all. Honestly, I would not rate the bench there as well from what they did there, from their impact. Absolutely, just I mean, to be fair, they didn't really have enough possession there to really make forward there to many other players as well. But I'm going to go for Royce Hunt there. I thought he was pretty good there as well from himself as well. I could argue Jim Paulo there. He did look like got like a couple of you know what? I'll go for Jim Paulo. Even though just because he didn't make any silly penalties as well. Even though he should have not been starting off for this game, at least he was not being stupid as well. So you know what? Just for that, and it's just getting like a couple of offers to at least create something there inside town. I'm gonna go for Junior Bolo there, the skipper there for Samoa there, but couldn't really do enough there to really make the possible there for Samoa. And yeah, my God, Luai. You had an absolute exceptional turnaround there for Samoa, but my fucking God, you were absolutely just shambles there. Did absolutely just fuck all there with a Milford, and yeah, quite honestly, yeah, man, like good luck to you for being a father, but you and Cleary have the same DNA. When you two show up to big games like this, like the finals and all of that, you two do absolutely fuck all except for Martin, Yeo, Toho, Several Cryan, many other parent players there who actually do step up and do the hard shit. Except you guys, even though Cleary is officially now Luai's daddy, which is pretty weird to say that. Yeah, Cleary and Luai there. This matchup was completely the most overhyped and the most overrated one coming into his final. And yeah, what a massive disappointment as well. I mean, I did have in the final as well, so I could maybe at least maybe a rant about it in the live reaction. But you know what, it doesn't really fucking care. You know what, I got the views and all of that shit. And you know what, I don't really care because yeah, that was just really disappointing there from my two Penrith halves as well, and yeah, they can play good at club level, but when it comes to this, Freddie, don't ever pick Luai or other the Panthers a halves pairing there for next year in in Origin, because obviously they can't do it for the same there in a big games like this for the nation as well. And yeah, just come off there as well and just pick someone different, please. Just fucking just pick Matt Burton or other freaking Chad or fucking just pick Chad Townsend or fucking Luke Keary or other someone else that is not like an old head like a Mitchell Pearce and just doesn't choke there on the days as well. But yeah. Enough of that. We're going to wrap things up here for the 2022 Rugby World Cup here as well for the England's men, Australia versus Samoa final here at Old Trafford here. Or what I want to say there again is old Trafford hashtag Old Trafford there in the comment section there as well. And yeah, that's gonna be enough of me rambling about shit and all of that in the background as well. And hopefully this StreamYard recording they did absolutely pretty well. It went on for about like 41 minutes now, and if you guys did enjoy, please like and subscribe for more low content coming in the near future there as well. And yeah, can't wait for the Qatar final. Even though Australia will be playing Wednesday, oh, that'll be fun. It's on the morning where I actually need to go work, and it's actually morning here as well in Australia, 5:39 a.m. And yeah, take care and peace.
I'm coming in hot.